Habs lose 5-4 in the shootout against the Philadelphia Flyers. And yes, Kitty gets a treat because he was not cooperating. Someone might as well, get a feel good out of all this. But that's enough, Kitty. Ow, 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 ow. Damn, he goes insane about those. Anyways, Habs lose. Very bizarre game. I think it's been the weirdest game we've had this season thus far. If you haven't noticed, it's Movember now, so yeah, Movember mustache. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's Movember. I'll just keep it until the end of the month. Anywho, Habs, Flyers. Yeah, not the best first period, eh? That was rough. We started the game, and right off the bat, you can see something like they're not playing how they have been. I was watching the TSN feed, and I think it was Frankie Corrado that was talking about how good the Habs have been for the first periods. We were like one of the best teams in goals differentials in the first period. I mean, in general, but in the first period specifically. And as soon as he says that, we get scored on. Newhook loses his guy. He's slow. It all comes even earlier than that. Like, we let a puck get to behind, like back of our zone. We're slow to recover it. We are bad on the breakaway. We give it away, and then Newhook is slow to pick up his guy. Like, sure, it was Newhook's fault in the end, and he did have a very rough game. Both defensively and offensively, which sucks for him because he's been playing really, really well so far this season. So rough game for Newhook, but like it's not all on him. Like, we were very slow retrieving the puck. We were very bad getting it away from our zone. We gave them the chance, and then they score. Not a lot Montembeault can do there. Beautiful tip, and like, if we wanted this game to be Montembeault's confidence builder, I was feeling really bad for him in the first few minutes of the game, because right after that, Matheson, puck over glass. Very, very bad penalty to take, especially for one of our top PK defensemen. So, yeah, we have one of them down. And then very soft call on Dobson, which gives the Flyers the 5-on-3. Very soft cross-check, but credit to the refs. We did get some soft calls back on our end. We did have more penalties than the Flyers did, but we did get our opportunities. I think we had 4 power plays. So at least we did get some back. It was not all for the Flyers. So yeah, there's some silver lining there, but very soft call on Dobson, which makes it 5-on-3, and we get scored on twice. Yes, the first one fairly unavoidable. Jacare doing his best to cover as much ground as he can. He can block the shot, and his short side. Maybe Montembeault should have had that one, but like it's a difficult one to get for sure. And then the 5-on-4 felt like their third goal felt just like a dagger, because we had Matheson out there for that PK, and it was not. I think it was it's still a minute and a half that we needed to kill. But yeah, that one felt worse. That one felt like we're not playing well, and we weren't. Like, we ended that first period with 2 shots on goal. We had two shots on goal. I know in the end we didn't have that many shots on goal, and we did have a lot of goals. We had 4 goals. It's pretty good. But you're not gonna win a lot of games with 2 shots on goal in a period. Like, you can have 100% shooting percentage. It's just not good enough. Just not good enough. So I don't know what was happening there. I don't know. We have struggled in the past with bad first periods, with bad starts. Last season was really bad for our starts. We usually were coming from behind because we had a bad start. Then we would warm up, and the second part of the second period was better, and then the third period we would fully come back and fully dominate and have the whole this team can be really good thing. But we would always struggle in the first periods. We would always start from behind. This season had been the complete opposite. We have been taking an early lead, failing to keep the lead, coming back from failing to keep the lead sometimes and then winning. And yeah, sure, we won more than lost, and that's great, but we cannot allow to start having bad first periods again. That's not something we want to see again. And that first period was horrible. Horrible first period. And even the second period was not that great. Like, sure, we scored 4 goals, but we only had 9 shots. Like, it was almost a 50% shoot percentage. Like, that's not sustainable. Like, sure, they were all beauty goals and whatnot, and like, we're all really excited. Daka got 2 goals. Beauty goal by Demidov. Beauty goal by Suzuki, set up by Demidov. You know, like, our power play is just with Demidov in there. I think we're over 50% for our power play since Demidov got in there. Like, yeah, it's amazing. We all love to see those 5 in the power play. Great, right? We still only managed to get 9 shots on goal the whole second period, while they had 17 shots on goal. And like, sure, a lot of those shots on goal they had were like dumps from their zone, but not all of them, you know? And like, sure, maybe not all of them were high danger chances, but if you give them 17 shots on goal in one period, the chances are a few of those are gonna be high danger, right? And kudos to Montembeau, because he stood on his head. Like, yes, I was feeling bad for him at the start because he got scored on like 3 out of 4 shots to start the game, and I was like, oof, are they gonna pull him? Because like, that would really destroy him. And I'm sure if we had gone and scored on one more time the first period, maybe he would have gotten pulled, and that would have been devastating. But he didn't, or we didn't get scored on, and he got to save a bunch of saves, a bunch of shots the rest of the game. So he had over a 90% save percentage, which is pretty good considering, you know, his record thus far. And like, he had a bunch of beauty saves because he had to make a bunch of beauty saves because we were allowing so many chances. And like, yeah, Owen Tippett had a breakaway that he had to stop. A bunch of, you know, side royal line crossing passes that he just made the save after. Like, sure, there were shots from Dvorak, which is not the best shooter in the world. He was putting them on the pads at a very slow rate, you know, but like, still, he was making good saves, and the Bell Center recognized that and started shouting, chanting his name. That was emotional, honestly. Like, at that point, I think we were up 4-3. We were still not getting that many shots on goal. Philadelphia was getting most of the chances, and Montembeau was standing on his head. And like, yeah, the Bell Center recognizes him for that. He has been struggling. The Bell Center knows that, and he has been playing a really good game and keeping us in the game, and the Bell Center knows that, and yeah, of course, to chant his name. We started the Ole Oles when we were in the second period, up, not even up, we were tied at 3, and we were chanting Ole because our power play or our players are just that exciting, right? So yeah, Monty gets his name chanted, which must have been a feel good for him. Probably he still feels bad about the whole game overall. I don't think it helped him build confidence per se, but he did. No, you know, actually I take it back. I think he did build confidence because he had a few really good saves here and there on good players, like Tippett, the breakaway and Tippett. Like, that one just let us be in the game still. You know, so kudos to Monty. Hopefully he feels better after that one. Obviously, not getting the win is not ideal, but he did face 42 shots and saved 38. So pretty good, you know. Hopefully, and like I said, a lot of those were very high danger chances where, you know, the crowd went wild after a save. So hopefully Monty feels better after that one. I do think it's going to be dovish against the Devils because the Devils are a tougher opponent probably than Philly is. And if the Habs play like they play against Philly, we're going to be a Swiss cheese kind of team. You know, if we allow the Devils to get that many shots, it's going to be a rough game. So probably not good for Monty's confidence. So maybe send Dobish to the slaughter there. Anywho, game. I wanted to point out how physical Suzuki was. I loved the open ice hit on Dvorak. You know, Dvorak, Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, and Dak were the ones that did like the friendship bow after every win at the Bell Center, you know. So Dvorak was a pretty good friend, or probably still is a pretty good friend of Suzuki. So just seeing them line him up like that on a power play. So Dvorak was on the PK. We were on the power play. Dvorak just gets it, and Suzuki just runs over him. It was beautiful to watch. That did lead to the Tippett breakaway, which would have been really bad if he had scored, because yeah, you get a massive open ice hit. Cool, we all love to see that, but we kind of want to win the game here. So sure, in the end it worked out. He got his massive hit, and then we didn't get scored on, so yay, I guess. And then he gets a reverse hit on Seagrass, which did hurt. Seagrass did take a second to recover from that. So nice physical play from Suzuki, and we were pretty physical overall, I think. How many hits do we have? Do we have that here? Hits, we had 26 hits to their 22, so pretty good. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. I did mention earlier how it was a very rough game for Newhook. He was part of 2 of the goals against. Obviously, the 2 goals that we got scored on the power play, on their power play, on the PK, you know, like there's not a lot you can do. Like sure, you can cover maybe a little better, you can expect a little more from your goalie or whatnot, but like, fine, those are power plays, they're a different beast, right? But 5-on-5 goals. The first one is, like I said, on Newhook, he doesn't cover. The guy he was trying to cover gets the tip. Very difficult for Montembeault. But then the second one that Newhook was there, which was Philly's 4th goal, the game tying goal. Montembeault loses his stick. We recover the puck. Newhook has the puck on his stick. Instead of icing it so that Montembeault can recover his stick, he puts it towards the middle where Kapanen has to chase. Kapanen chases. He does not get the puck. Philly gets it back. They shoot. Montembeault's without a stick. He overslides like crazy. I don't play goalie. I've never played hockey. I don't understand goalies, but from what the commentators were saying, apparently goalies use their stick a lot to like balance or help them not slide so far. So I gave the benefit of the doubt to Montembeault. That one, it didn't look like a really difficult shot, but it was on his stick side and he did overslide. So maybe there's something like that, and sure, fine, I cannot blame that on Monty. I can though blame a little bit on the people that had the chance to give Montembeault more time to get his stick back, or just ice the puck. Like, yeah, we ice it so often every game. Like, why not ice it so that your goalie can get his stick back? It's not like they were on the ice for super long by that point, you know. Like, it's like it was the chances of Philly scoring after the icing would have been less of Philly than Philly scoring because Montembeault didn't have a stick, if you know what I mean, right? So I think just a little bit more game awareness from Newhook. Just shoot that puck over. I don't care. Ice it. Montembeault gets his stick back. Probably we don't get scored on. Yeah, you know, just a little bit of thing it bothered me. Like, as soon as I saw Montembeault didn't have a stick, I was like, hopefully we get the puck and we ice it. We like send it the other way, like flip it up. We do that flick, the thing that when we send the puck super high up. Sometimes we avoid the icing that way because it sends, like, it puts it behind the defenseman, but it's not going that fast that actually reaches the goal line on the other side. Anything but putting in the middle. Like, yeah, he I guess he trusted Kapanen to get the puck, but like, your goalie doesn't have a stick. Oh, it frustrated me because I knew as soon as they got the puck back that it was gonna be a high danger chance for them, and like, sure, like 10 seconds after he's in the back of our net. Yeah, that was very frustrating because it had been exhilarating to come back from 3-0 to be up by 1, right? But we were still not getting that many shots on goal. We were still, even though it was a back and forth game, sure, it didn't feel like we deserved to win so much, you know? So seeing that play just really frustrated me. Anyways, OT was fun. It's always fun watching, you know, Suzuki, Caulfield, Hudson, and then the mid, excuse me. And then the mid of Newhook and I think it was Matheson or Dobson, one of the two. And then you had Duck and Slavkovsky. So like you have a bunch of really skilled forwards and defensemen out there. Like I think we have that 3 rotation. And then on the defensive faceoffs, we had Newhook with Evans instead of Demidov. So if Evans wins that, then he goes and changes for Demidov, you know. But if he loses it, we have 2 very good defensive forwards, right? So it works out. I really like our OT strategy. It's the first OT we lose. Sad, but I mean, it was bound to happen, right? We didn't lose OT. It's the first OT we don't win. We lost in the shootout, which, you know, whatever, shootout. We get a point. That's fine. I didn't like how we played too much, you know. Hopefully we clean it up before the Devils, because the Devils are the real deal this season. And we're going to get destroyed if we play like that. So yeah, that's I think that's everything I had. Let me just check. I did send a few notes to myself to add. So let's see. Oh yeah, I need to complain and vent about the refs not calling. Sorry, about the refs just a little bit. So I mentioned the Dobson cross-check earlier, which led to a 5-on-3, which led to the 2 goals for Philly. Very soft, but fine. We got some soft calls on our end too. But then Caulfield gets a boarding. Caulfield? A boarding? Like, yeah, no, that was super soft. It didn't come to anything, but it was just like, what? Anyways, the one that really did upset me was Duck is in the corner. He falls on the puck. He gets cross-checked multiple times. The guy that is cross-checking him loses his helmet, stays in the play. Like, stays for super long in the play without a helmet. The refs are screaming at him, you need to get off the ice, you need to get off the ice, you need to get off the ice. The guy stays there, the puck goes away, and then he changes. Like, I don't know exactly what the rule is. I think the rule is like you can finish the play, but like he stayed super long without a helmet and had cross-checked multiple times. And that didn't get called. Like at that point, we had not gotten the soft goals in our favor yet. I was very mad, very, very mad, because the ref is the same one. One of them was the same one that we had against Edmonton. So, yeah, you can see what I'm saying. Not happy about it. I mentioned a horrible first, a rough game for Newhook, sure, Suzuki with the physical play, and the Monty chance. Yeah, I think I mentioned all the points I had, so that's going to be it for this one. We lost, so you got the kitty at the start, but no trivia at the end. Yeah, we have the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey Thursday night. So I'll see you guys after that one. Rough loss. We get 1 point, rough first period, nice comeback, bizarre game. Hopefully we don't get many more of those. Hopefully we clean up and we get back to our beauty place. But this team, no matter what, is so exciting to watch. So I'll see you after Thursday. Go Habs, go.